right, we're whale watching now. All right, this baby's coming right.
There's one right there.
So I'd keep your eyes on the calf at 12 o'clock if you had to choose between any of them. The calves are going to be your best chance of seeing any surface behavior like breaching in this area. The adults are conserving as much energy as they can, but this greedy little calf is drinking about 50% fat milk, so he has lots of energy to play around and waste. So that calf is going to be approaching our 1 or 2 o'clock on its next surface here. It's coming right at us, guys. Make sure you're holding on to something.
There it comes, right in front of you.
Just kidding, we're safe. We're fine.
Right here, son.
These are their ventral pleats, and so it expands out to like that. You know, that's about the size of the calf inside here, so we'd all fit inside of their ventral pleats.
Ooh. Oh, there's something over there too. You can hear them all.
Do whales fight with one another?
Not typically in the feeding grounds. They do all the time in Hawaii. The male's competing for a female. It gets pretty graphic.
Those two getting close to each other.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you'll see them get agitated if another whale's interfering with their feeding. Like I was saying, Riddler is an older male we have here, and we don't know if he's deaf or blind, but he just can't find his own food. So he follows the other whales down and then lunges into their bait balls, and you see them throw their tails at him sometimes or try to slap them with their pectoral fin. And then also when they're bubble netting, you know, like I said, they're going after the large shoals of herring, but just not all the whales know how to bubble net. If their mom didn't teach them how, then they're not bubble netting whales, they're just dive feeding. But they're still going to be feeding on that same shoal of herring, so that female gets that bait ball exactly how she wants it, set up perfectly, and all of a sudden some solo feeding whale just comes shooting right through it, and then you get to see about 12 to 25 whales chasing them down, saying, "Get the heck out of here! You're ruining it for us."
Do you ever observe these whales underwater? Like, are you ever able to see
Not
them
too
under
much
the
here
surface?
with the silts. Now during the winter, about 10 to 15% of its population will stay here. So if a female just had a calf in the past year, or if a male's too old to
There
mate,
comes the tail. There
they'll
comes the
just stay
tail.
here and keep feeding all year. So then, coming right at us. So typically when they don't show their tail like that, guys, they're not going for a feeding dive. What they're doing is a sounding dive. So she might pop back up in the next 30 seconds to 2 minutes, most likely on the other side of the boat. So she might just be diving underneath us. Yeah.
Oh, wow. 2 of them.
Okay, so that one on the right there, that's Riddler. That's the one I'm telling you about that dives with the other whales. Yep.
Come on, Riddler, one more time.
We call him Riddler because he rarely shows tail. It's kind of a
Ooh,
riddle.
what was that
You hear
noise?
that noise?
Yeah.
See, that's called trumpeting. Trumpeting is what they do when they're agitated, so that means Riddler's agitating this whale right now. You can see that whale
There's another
swimming
one
well
over there.
faster than any of these other whales. I think he's trying to lose it.
Oh my God. Oh, he's right behind him.
So you can also see Riddler's dorsal fin is very unique. He's a mutant. He actually has 2 dorsal fins side by side.
Is that why it looks like there's a little...
Yeah, it looks like a notch from the side, but if you view it from the rear, there's 2 that branch off. So I'm assuming that one mutation could indicate another. But yeah, it's a pretty deep dive. He might get tail. No tail. Get up there. So that's most likely going to be Juneau white that he's following.
His favorite one to follow.
Well, it's Juneau white, Riddler, and barnacles. We call them the 3 amigos.
Oh, got his tail.
Beautiful.
So that was Juneau white. So yeah, he's usually following around barnacles or Juneau.
There's 3 of them.
All right, guys. So we have time to get one more good view on these whales before we have to start heading back.